guys, this is Joe.
And Cam.
And we're here with Hawks Nest Gaming to discuss the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Banlist.
That dropped like 8 hours ago.
And it was
insane.
crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it was, man.
It was
some good, lots of good. Some like
questionable.
Ooh, we'll see what happens.
You know what? It's nice to get a little Wild West out here sometimes.
Yeah, man.
So let's just see what'll happen.
All right, let's go ahead and get things kicking, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Visit us at Hawks Nest Gaming in Woodstock, Georgia for all your TCG needs, guys. Just anything y'all need, hit us up. We're on TCG Player. Links in the description below. So let's get kicking. First off, let's start with the Forbidden cards. And we got a couple of these right, I think, in our prediction video. But the first one's going to be Arch Nemesis Protos.
Yeah.
So Sword Soul just abused it. It's a worm, searchable, turns off whatever attribute, and yeah, that just sucks. Yep. Just pretty much, especially, I mean, if you go first, dark, call dark, whatever. I mean, there's so many things you cut off, wind, light, it doesn't matter. You just say no to that particular facet of the game, and especially games 2 and 3 is just busted. So needed to go. Glad it went. End of story.
Next card was Ava. Ava, really simplified to one sentence. Can't get free negates anymore.
Nope.
Or as many. As many. I mean, yeah. Anyway, Drytron, bye. You'll probably still be around.
It's still gonna be there. But
yeah,
good hit.
But it was needed. One didn't do much. Anyway, go for it.
And I literally just said this 2 days ago. Smorg. My Link 3 Smorg. No more barrier statue, can't target you, lock.
Oh man.
I literally just said that.
I had so much fun, you know, and yeah, I'm gonna have to change up. My Harpy build's gonna be weird. I'm probably gonna go more toward pure Tri Brigades and mess with that because the Harpy build is really built around Smorg. So that's fine. I'm actually really happy that Tri Brigade's still around. It's one of my favorite decks to play, so I'm still gonna be.
And it's a good soft hit because it makes it check it toward their natural course, right? Instead of the hard just win Smorg bullshit. All right, sorry, carry on.
All right, and then the next card is Imperial Order Buy. It needed to happen. They errated it, but guess what? It didn't matter. It got to the point where decks that were playing it, I mean, it's not fair. Like, there's just other things. All the cards that would literally out it, it can't out. Like, it can't be used to out it. It was just done. So, goodbye, Imperial Order. You won't be missed. You know, so.
And that really does it for the Forbidden cards. So, honestly, the 4 that they picked to forbid, I'm totally good with. Surprised that Anaconda didn't land on this list.
Survives more. And honestly, something from maybe the artifacts, I think Dagda was the main thing that could have gotten touched. Yeah. So the Scythe Lock is still going to be a thing.
It's still going to be a thing. Nobody's talking about it yet because, I mean, still people are so fresh on what's come back that they haven't really kind of processed that whole thing. But Scythe Lock's still going to be around.
Yeah.
So on to the limits. Destrudo. Okay, so played the shit out of Destrudo with the Dragon Chaos Thunder build that I had, and it's freaking great. Now, granted, we don't have LP and stuff to loop it quite as much, but it's still, man, it's still just pick your poison. You can still, it's super searchable, and you can make it whatever you want. And then there's that synchro. So I mean, it honestly, I'm excited about it, but it's we'll see how it does. I'm glad they brought it back to 1 to kind of temper it a little bit, but we'll see how it does.
It should be interesting. You didn't get Colossus, but this plus the next card. I'm sorry.
I just had to say it.
Look,
we're 1 card into the limits, and you had to say it.
I'm sorry.
No Colossus.
No Colossus.
Yes, I know, but I think we're 1 step closer because of this next card.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Fairy Tail Snow came back in. I do not like this card. Most people do not like this card. This card is dumb. The card is dumb for several reasons. It's offensive. It's defensive. You can do it at any time. Opponent's turn, your turn. Like, it's so viable, and it allows for so many free plays. Oh, let me bring it back, use you for XCs, do it again. Like, it's a dumb card. But I guess we'll see how bad it really is. It might not be as bad as it was. That's always how it is, right? Konami thinks sometimes better than we do, brings a card back, and it's like, okay, this could actually stay.
They play test and play test.
Oh, no. I mean, Imperial Order was a show of that. Let's errata it. Oh, no, didn't fix it. But anyway, Snow, back. We'll see how that goes.
Next one's Astrograph Sorcerer. So, go Pins, baby. Pins next best. No, not really. You know what, man? I'm glad it's back to 1. We talked about bringing it back to 1, and honestly, I don't think it's going to do anything. It just gives them, gives the pendulum mechanic a little bit more, and I'm glad for it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So after that, Lunalight Tiger. This actually has me hyped. I played like Pure way back, and then like there was all the interesting things that happened with brought out the newer support, like that basically made it more toward viable for Xyz and everything. But the stuff that was super broken with it, most of it has actually ended up on the list. So like at this point, it's fine for it to come back, honestly, I think, and I can't wait to see what innovative stuff will be done, and I will definitely be pulling mine off, pulling my deck out and like dusting it off. So
And the reason Tiger was broken is because it's not a hard once per turn. So you could still do some shenanigans with it, but
one's all you need to really do what it did before.
To get going, and I think it's gonna be fun.
But like some of the stuff that was really dumb, I mean, people are still gonna maybe find something, but I'm just excited to play this one.
Oh yeah. So Lyrilisk lost. Well, they got Starling to 1, so that hurts. That hurts the bird up. It really does. It hurts the pure Lyrilisk, which I really didn't think they were going to touch Starling because all that new support just came out and in Synchro Storm. But honestly, it's still completely playable. You can put it back with Omega. Like there's ways to get it back in there, and there's things that you can do to continue it. But Starling get hit just is a good check on that, man. It moves more toward a pure Tribe Brigade kind of build for the bird up stuff. So that's good. I like it.
No, for sure. And then the next card is Monster Gate, which I remember when we were talking, we called each other earlier today, and I was like, what? Was this like on the list, or was it? So it actually was 3, and it's coming back to 1. And I believe it's for some future FTK.
It's going to 1 from 3.
Sorry, what did I say?
It's because
I said something
3 to
wrong.
1. So it's going to 1 because the Adventures, the Brave engine.
Yeah,
that's the reason. That's the reason it's going to 1, because it was only once. It's not a hard once per turn, so you can just keep excavating until you hit the card to special summon, and just go nuts. I think you get 2 tokens from it or something. The way the Adventure stuff works is the way that I interpreted that. So it's good future proofing for that engine. Just makes it less consistent. It was like when they hack / draw.
Yeah.
It's not like a super consistent OTK, but it's definitely there. Or FTK.
Yeah. Nobody likes FTK, so I'm cool with them like preventatively doing stuff.
So the last limit that we got, which I was a little surprised with, but I'm totally fine with. And normally, I mean, honestly, in my builds, I was only playing 2 anyway. But Pot of Desires, again, it's some consistency for Sword Soul, because most of the Sword Souls were playing Desires. It's some consistency for the Bird Up, because most of them were playing Desires. So any monster-heavy deck, it's like when they limited Sekka. Sekka's Light. I mean, any monster-centric deck, you could just run multiples of, and who cares if you banish. If you banish whatever names, you still got more names. Praying Kids, I think Praying Kids was playing it. I mean,
so Desires have been out long enough, but like, all the top decks are kind of playing it. But it just showed that like all the other pop cards at this point that they've made from that card basically like have restrictions. Like you can't use another draw card or whatever. Desires is just so free. It really is just draw 2. Sure, you have to banish 4 to your deck, but you draw 2. And a lot of people were doing it at the end, usually once they've established a board, to get more things in their hand to have hand traps. So it's just, I think it's fine. I think it's fine at 1. They didn't outright ban it, which I think would have been too far.
Yeah, it'd been too much.
So,
but honestly, I don't mind. I think 1's actually kind of cool because it gives you a little bit more space to work with if you're playing a Desires, thief, or using it, and you're not going to draw Desires off Desires anymore.
Yeah,
because that always sucked.
No, you won't have to feel bad like that.
But yeah, I'm cool with it, man. So that's it for the limits.
Oh yeah.
So this is the spicy. I'm happy for Joe for this one. We actually talked about this.
Yeah. So semi-limited. First card we're going to talk about. A hero lives. A hero indeed does live. This was awesome. I'm actually super excited because I at some point brought a full playset of the ultis, so I'm staring at the $100,
$300 worth of Hero Lives.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm so excited just to do more, with heroes and see what it can do, because that honestly makes a huge difference. Starting that, like it's such a card to bait out negations just from the get-go. So it's just nice to have that because it adds more layers to play, and also top decking it. I mean, late game sometimes top deck, get that, get a Stratos, get another card to hand, and you can just combo.
OTK.
Yeah.
Game over.
So, Hero Lives. I'm very excited.
I know you are. It's gonna be a ton of fun. So the next one's also hero related. Ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this out and put a Hero Lives in. That easy.
It actually is that easy
Yep.
for a hero player. Do you play more than one Fusion Destiny in Heroes anymore?
Destiny Fusion.
Fusion Destiny.
Fusion Destiny. I don't think you don't.
You don't play more than. Anyway, the next card is Fusion Destiny.
I do actually play.
You play 3 of.
Yeah.
Not anymore, because it's at 2.
Yeah.
So you know, whenever Phoenix came out, I had a playset, and Murph was like, you know, and one of the customers wanted one, so I sold one because Murph was like, Joe's got an extra one. Joe's got an extra one. Joe's got. Well, Joe didn't have an extra one.
I lied.
Now 2 months later, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What this does is it limits the consistency of opening Fusion Destiny, and it forces you more into the Anaconda line if you want to get Phoenix Enforcer out instead of being able to just say, and then Phoenix Enforcer, which is really a great nerf to it, I think, honestly. It reduces the consistency of opening Fusion Destiny without completely hacking it as an engine, because the card sells. I mean, it's just freaking solid. It's a great card. I like Phoenix Enforcer as in card design. I really do.
I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of everyone using it, but now I have a second Hero Lives, so.
So Fusion Destiny to 2, good check.
The Deer Servant. So we actually talked about this going to 2, and yeah, this card, like, I think it's a good hit.
Yep.
I don't think it needs to go too much farther. I think the OCG actually has it maybe at 1, but I think this is a nice touch for that engine and for anything involving that going forward, especially with, I guess, the Fallen Albaz about to be kind of
Correct. With the branded stuff coming out and the Fallen Albaz stuff coming out, it's gonna be it's a good check to consistency for the whole Dogmatica Fallen Albaz line.
Yeah. So I think it's good.
So Salaman Great Circle, give him a little bit more, baby. Give him a little bit more. What's Salaman Great gonna do? All right, they do the same thing. Rage, roar. We get it. We know what they do. Everybody knows what they do. So just beat it. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. It's cool. Circle to 2, love it.
Yep. And then after that, we have Scapegoat for the last semi-limited card. So this one is interesting.
Yeah.
People were, are more wary from how it was when Lynx first came out. But it maybe is safer for it to come, but I don't know, because like end phase, you can activate it, get 4 tokens your turn, and then make like a free access code down.
Yeah,
like there's more Link Force. So they're testing the waters with this. I guess we'll see. They can always put it back to 1 if it's too much, but it's slow on one end, but at the same time, it's very sacky kind of.
And that's the thing I was talking about too. Is I was talking to another guy, and I was like, do I want to make room in my deck for 2 Scapegoats?
Yeah, I mean that is honestly part of it.
Do I want to do that? Because I just don't know that I want the room in the extra deck to cram these other 3 monsters that I'm gonna need a Link Spider. I'm gonna there's so many things that I'm gonna need. Link Spider, Phoenix, Unicorn. Which I mean most people use Unicorn. 1 extra card. Okay, 1 extra card in my extra deck. But still, it just becomes a space thing. So I don't know. We'll see how it does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of on the fence of it too. I was like, I could see it coming back and not doing anything. I could see it coming back to 3 maybe even. Like, honestly.
Again, space.
Because if it's slow, and space. Yeah. So, I think that's part of it for sure.
And what are you going to do? You're definitely not going to make a board just out of that.
No. And you're not going to do it your turn or first turn or any of that.
Nope.
So,
it's not going to be
kind of selective when it's used.
So that does it for the semi limits. I'm cool with it. This is a big semi limit, actually. Yeah. So it's kind of weird. But Hero Lives is a big one. The 2 checks on the Fusion Destiny and the Deer Servant, I'm cool with it.
I was rooting for Hero Lives. I've said it so many times. It's finally a thing.
Yeah, it's good. So on to the Unlimits, which I think is the biggest topic of conversation across the board. Everybody's cool with the Forbidden. Everybody. I think everybody in the room, or in the community, is cool with the limits here.
Even me using some more word
Forbidden
needed to die. It was dumb.
It's just like anything else.
I didn't like doing it.
It's like when I played Adamantispators and Blood Dragon was still around. Like, god dang.
I mean, when I played you against Eldritch, sometimes if you didn't have the out for it, or Pot of Desires into it, or whatever, it was just over.
Anything.
It's just dumb.
You just can't play. So on to the Unlimited, which again is gonna be fun. Danger Nessie Unlimited, totally fine.
Yeah.
We got 1 Snake, 1 Jack. right?
Yep.
Yeah, one snake, one jack.
And I mean, those are being used in like Phantom Knight and that kind of thing, extra extenders, but like Nessie doesn't really fit into that as much as it seems like.
Nessie's the one that searches those out.
Yeah.
So, Nessie's not, Nessie's not always a free body anymore.
Yeah.
So why not bring it out? It helps those pure danger players.
Yeah, and then after that, it's Red Eyes Metal Darkness Dragon.
Metal Dragon.
Like that card.
Since the errata, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. We don't even need to spend more time on that.
Yeah.
Once per turn, okay, do your thing.
So Skull Crobat Choker's the next one. We talked about this too.
Pendulums.
Hell yeah, give him a little bit more juice.
I actually really like pendulums. I
hate it.
I know a lot of people don't like
Hate
it, but I think it's very high skill ceiling.
That took me out of the
that.
game. Like,
So-
seriously. I was like, I hate this mechanic. This is so dumb. Sorry, Trish.
I mean, everybody's like that, so everybody's got their thing they'll do or do not like. I just remember watching my brother play it, and there's just so many
feel
things
that.
you could do. Like the ceiling, it's impressive.
And you know what? I'm going to take that back. I say I hate it. They're still choked with having to link to summon to pin summon to a link arrow. So,
Yeah.
whatever.
Look,
cool.
the way we've gone with the game to the point it is now, I like where it's at. I like the changes.
Bring Electromount back to one.
So, yeah, we'll see. Why not? I don't think they'll do it, especially because they don't seem to like it here. But I don't know.
I think they got another Link 2 or Link 3 coming out.
Yeah, and that's even more reason why I don't know if they would bring it back, but whatever. Anyway, pendulums, cool. The next one is E-Telly. This is freaking cool. I mean, E-Telly, why not? There's so many different cards. We tackled this. I mean, maybe not as generic, and there's a lot of good psychic things. However,
Mutant's best deck.
no, you know what this is actually going to be seeing more play, and people used to do this back in the day with just one E-Telly, is splashing maybe an extra engine of E-Tellys with Ghost Ogre, so that you can bring it out as an extra thing to the board.
It's a great extender. It's a level 3 tuner.
Yeah. Not even just that, because if I remember right, you can use its effect from the field as well, right? I'm fairly-
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm fairly certain. So you can also set it up as part of your end board
Yeah.
to try and destroy stuff, So I think that's cool. It should be interesting to see the different kind of play.
And it's a
And
hell of a,
psychics.
think about it, it's a hell of an extender to make Hack Firebreaks and keep going. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think it's going to be cool. So excited to see what all play comes from that.
Yeah, I'm just going to come back with that. I love this.
This is crazy.
Regeki to 3. It's so cool, man.
It's
so
just
cool.
crazy
I guess they're
because-
tired of selling Lightning Storm.
But now it's finally free, and it'd be interesting to see if this actually might not see play.
Well, I love it. Let me tell you why I love it so much. It forces a negate. There's a lot of stuff that prevents destruction anymore. So there's a lot of things that can't be destroyed by card effects.
Yeah.
But dude, you know what it does? It gives some rogue decks a little bit of a
Yeah, a little bit of extra that they can do. I don't know. I'm why not? Situations is like hero. Wow, we haven't gotten to this card yet, so I guess it's the perfect time to jump into it.
the final card and the point of the most
Contention.
controversy / excitement. Because I'm excited about it, honestly.
I'm not, and I'm about to explain partially why. Skill Drain. Skill Drain is back at 3. Trap decks.
Which best deck?
Well, the thing is, everyone was just thinking about that, right? They just jumped straight to that. But people are talking about, is it going to be similar to Imperial Order? Now, not exactly in the sense that, like, you can flip it, turn off an entire mechanic of a game, like one of the 3 types. Yeah, that's stupid.
You can still summon special summon.
Yeah.
It's not Vanity's Emptiness.
No, it's not. So, it's not quite the kind of same level. But people were saying, if you establish your board, big guys, kind of floaters, and then you can set up a skill drain, it can kind of stop your opponent. But they might still be able to break your board, depending on what they have. So,
All right. Let me tell you what's going to be good. What's the Imperial Wall or whatever, the one or Royal Decree that says no trap cards.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's
but
true.
Royal Decree may be a good one. That's what it is, right? Yeah, Royal Decree.
Yeah.
So that may land in some sideboards. Just saying.
Yeah.
But but now that IO's gone, you can set your Cosmic, set your Twins. You can chain those to Skill Drain.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff that you can do. Or hear me out here. You could even bait the Skill Drain, and then their monster effects are turned off. So now you can freely use your Twin Twister or Cosmic Supplement without fear of negate from the monsters.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's to me, skill drain is a lot more balanced. And isn't the penalty? What does it read? How's it read? I can't remember.
Well,
What's
you
the
used to
cost?
pay it. You should have to pay 1,000.
It's just up front, right?
Yeah.
Pay 1,000 up front. It's not every turn.
Yeah.
But and you can't use your DPE to pop it on your own turn, that kind of thing. So I mean, like, I like it because it's not like IO where you could pop it with your monsters and just keep playing.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
You know,
No,
I mean, how are you gonna get rid of it? You're gonna have to use. You have to lose advantage to get rid of it on your own turn.
Look, it's also interesting for the TCG to kind of watch the OCG and what they experiment with, because this has been a thing in the OCG for a little bit apparently, and you know, it obviously hasn't been that crazy. And when you really think about it, there's more outs. And I made a comparison earlier to IO. It's not anywhere near that. Like, IO is stupid. And there's definitely play that can be done against skill drain.
Yep.
So
I'm really curious to see how it goes.
my initial reaction was like, what? But like now I'm kind of like, I don't know. I actually started thinking about some of the other decks that I'd be excited for, like even more classic in terms of like the Trap PA. I was talking to you about like using the old school, just make Acid Golem. You know, like if I can set up, because my guys will still float, and then I can make an Acid Golem, just a 3K body, and just boom, 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 just kill you. Make it a Unga Boonga. You know, caveman.
It's just fun, dude. Honestly, this sounds so corny, but Noble Knights, all the equip cards are what give them their power. So
that is cool.
The power up. So like
he's like I don't need the effects. I have all these weapons.
Yeah, I don't need the effects. I can't be destroyed. I get 1,000 attack.
I do like that. I mean,
that. Think about it. So I mean, it's like what do they care, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we're talking old shit. So like, I mean, it's still kind of fun to think about.
It is actually to see what would come of it. That's the thing. If there's nothing else, this ban list screams interesting, innovation, and change up.
Yep.
So it'd be good to see what happens.
Are cards that are unaffected by card effects like Sigma? Sigma's still unaffected by skill drain, even if it's already established, right?
I'm trying to remember what Sigma.
It says
is the math man.
This card is unaffected by other card effects while it's in the extra monster.
Oh yeah, no, he's cool. He's doing what he wants.
And the arrival at Ignister, same deal.
Yeah, should be. So any of those guys, you know, like they're the big bosses. You have to commit a lot to it. But yeah, I think any card that straight up says like unaffected.
Dude, honestly, at Ignister doesn't really care because the freaking field spell is what special summons them.
True.
So it's kind of cute.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, those are our thoughts. I'm excited about the new format and seeing the way it shapes up.
I am really excited too, because last format really was.
Everybody got kind of bored.
Yeah. So I think this did a lot of the hits it needed to. It brought some stuff back, and I think it's going to open up a bit more.
And nobody saw skill drain coming. I think
there's actually a lot of things on this list. Instead of it being a huge like nerf list, there was a lot of like things that also came back. So they didn't like super nerf stuff. There was some stuff that got hit, but there wasn't
the broken crap got whacked.
Exactly.
Which I'm so proud of.
Exactly.
Except for Anaconda. I still think Anaconda should have gone, but
yes, and its time will probably come. They gotta sell those ultimate
and the branded stuff and all that.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
Sell the ultimate fusion.
Yeah. So that's probably one of the big reasons.
All right, guys. So this is Cam.
This is Joe.
We are Hawk's Nest Gaming. So thanks for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and remember, always
be safe.